You turn on your TV and there are several commercials on. Expected, just change channel. You're using an app on your phone and an ad for a different app pops up. Rude, but that's okay. Just tap the X on the screen. You're listening to your favorite playlist and an ad interrupts your jam. Pushing it, but just wait 20 seconds, whatever. You pay for Hulu and you have to sit through 3 or 4 ads. That's crossing the line. As infuriating as these ads are, one thing is true. They're effective, whether you think so or not. There are several types of advertising techniques, and they all have different effects and levels of effectiveness. So I'm here to walk you through why you grab that Big Mac at 3 in the morning after seeing that annoying McDonald's commercial you loathed. A couple types of advertising techniques I will talk to you about specifically are pathos and testimonials. Pathos is one very effective technique that is used on a range of audiences and consumers that appeals to their emotions. This could be happiness, sadness, fear, worry, nostalgia, affection, etc. And the advertiser uses this technique to connect with the consumer by persuading them through emotion. Example, this commercial begins with the little boy and his pup playing together. Skip to 5 years later when the boy gets his driver's license and a new car and his dog is still by his side. Skip to 10 years later and the kid has started his own family. He's driving his own trustworthy car with his wife, daughter, and of course his dog, who is now a senior. Sound familiar? When I see this commercial like this, I immediately want to go buy 12 cars. Studies done by the Advertising Research Foundation have shown that people rely heavily on emotions, not information, to make decisions, and that we feel our way to reason. Therefore, this research reveals that emotional response has a greater influence on the ad's content by a factor of 3 to 1 in television ads and 2 to 1 in print ads, says Dr. Peter Noel Murray in 2013. You also see that the pathos technique with the above the influence PSA and their attempts to stop teens from smoking, as they induce, you guessed it, fear, by letting the audience know the consequences of smoking. The technique in the PSA specifically is so effective because it uses pathos, backed up by an exaggeration of facts. You may see this with the technique combined with a testimonial. A testimonial technique uses a normal person or celebrity who is supposedly used to the product and endorses it. With this technique, the advertiser is trying to show proof that the product or service they're selling is actually effective. One type of product that commonly uses the technique is weight loss programs like Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, or Hydroxycut, where they show before and after photos of the weight loss along with the satisfied customers. Seeing is believing, so naturally, if we see results, we look at it as proof, and it can be pretty convincing sometimes. When you shop for something online, you look at the reviews to ensure that the product is legitimate, and so do about 80% of us, says Harrell in 2014. Using testimonials in advertising is the same concept. Now, in this technique, it's so effective because it builds a sense of confidence in the buyer that if the product works for these people, then it'll work for them as well. Essentially, they overcome skepticism. A testimonial can include a real customer who explains a positive experience while using the product, an expert who explains that 4 in 5 doctors recommend their product, a celebrity who convinces customers that they can be as beautiful as them if they use this product, and so on and so forth. And this technique goes hand in hand with the facts and figures technique. In summary, there are several techniques used by advertisers to sell us their products, 2 specifically being pathos and testimonials. If you can recall, pathos evokes emotion, causing the consumer to think about their heart with their heart rather than with their heads. And testimonial convinces you a product or service is useful because the people in the ad prove it with their own experience. Advertisements are everywhere. Television, on the side of the road, on the radio, and even our cell phones. They can be overwhelming at times, but they do grow the economy, and advertisers spend billions of dollars a year to produce them because they know they work. There is a psychology behind the effectiveness of advertisements, and these companies know exactly how to play their cards. You just have to know how to play them as well. So maybe the next time that McDonald's commercial comes on, you won't be so susceptible to breaking that diet.